So today I'm going to talk about differentiation again, and I feel like I talk about this so much, but it really is a key to strong marketing and branding. So I want to start out and just talk about a couple of people I met last week who are struggling with sales right now. One is a financial planner. She works in the industry and everyone is her competitor. Even people within her own company obviously are her competitors, and she's struggling with how to differentiate. She has a very good personal story, but it's a personal story that many of us can't relate to. And so I challenged her to think more about differentiation. The second one is a consultant, and he has his own consultant practice and is struggling with sales right now, and is at the top of his game in terms of experience and background and really understands his industry. But again, he's struggling with sales and how to hook somebody and get them really interested in what it is that he can do for them. And so I encourage both of them to look at differentiation and how they're going to differentiate their story in the marketplace when they're meeting with someone for the first time, because that's really the only chance you get. So ways to determine differentiation include, one, talking to your customers. So if you have a strong customer base already and people who you have sold to, then talk to them about why they ended up buying and see if there's anything different about your process that they can share with you. If you don't necessarily have customers per se, but you work with colleagues and maybe you're trying to find a job and you need to determine your differentiation, talk to your colleagues about maybe how you do something differently that they have seen you do and seen you be successful at, and that may become a differentiating factor. Another thing that you can do if you can't really talk to people is look at the testimonials that they've written about you, or look at recommendations that they've made for you and see what they're saying. There may be language in there that's interesting that they use to describe you that you can pick up on as a differentiation. Finally, two really strong differentiations that you can make. One is educating yourself on something that your competitors do not talk about at all. So figure out a way that you can help a customer, or that you've been helping customers, that you don't see your competitors talking about at all online. So here at Hummingbird, we help build brands through building company value. That's something that a lot of other marketing firms have not really educated themselves on and don't put out there. We've learned how to influence the EBITDA multiplier for sell. We've really honed in on customer value and educated ourselves on how to keep that in mind throughout everything that we do for our clients. The other thing that you can do is creating a need that you did not see existing before in the marketplace. This happens all the time with product development, right? You already have a company, you've been helping clients along for a long time, and all of a sudden you realize that a very large number of your customers seem to have the same pain point. Well, you can create a solution for that, and if you do that, that is probably the strongest differentiation that you can create, is creating a solution for a problem that no one else has come to. Finally, just back to the education piece, because this can be a really strong way to differentiate yourself. Just make sure to read a lot, take classes if they're available, get certifications, and figure out a way to really learn everything you can about that gap that you see. The next step after you've figured the differentiation out is figuring out how to communicate that in a creative and engaging way. So take the time to do that and take the time to plan so that your differentiation can really work to improve your bottom line.